Uh-oh. Sean, don't piss him off. Oh boy.
Last time aboard Freedom, Sean completed our last big boat project, or at least what we hope will be our last big boat project. Before, we had to abruptly move anchorages due to strong winds and waves that made for another sleepless night. Luckily for us, the San Juan Islands have endless options, so we moved to another island with a ton of fun things to do, including a day trip on none other than an FUV, short for Fun Utility Vehicle. If you missed it, be sure to give it a watch.
Morning fog is burning off and we're getting ready to leave Friday Harbor. We're gonna do a trash run. It's just easier to get rid of our trash here at the marina, and then we're gonna pull up our anchor and drag the dinghy up north to Roche Harbor for the 4th of July. We have a really special birthday aboard Freedom this weekend and the introduction of a new seasonal crew member, which we can't wait to introduce. It's gonna be fun. But first, as always, trash. Think it's gonna be a nice day? I think it's gonna be warm once that sun comes out. Woo! Hot.
It might be a stretch.
Well, there's always hope. Well, if you're wondering what fuel prices are in the Port of Friday Harbor, $6.22 for diesel, $6.11 for gas. Clear gas, I have no idea what that is. And sometimes this one, I don't know if this is including tax or not. Sometimes they get you and they don't include the tax. But at that price, I would certainly hope that includes the tax. Sean, do you know what clear gas is? Is it like clear Pepsi?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's propane.
Oh, duh. And do you know if they include the tax here?
I don't know.
Yeah. When they don't say tax included, I wonder. We haven't had to take on fuel in a year, maybe? Yeah, since we get 3,000 nautical miles-ish, 2,500 to 3,000 depending on our speed. We usually have a full fill up once a year. And in January of 2021, we filled up because we could foresee what was coming. I'm glad we did. I think the last time we filled up, Sean, was like 3, maybe 3:30, something like that. The good old days. Oh, Martha, that's the wrong dinghy. Uh-oh, not you, Sul. Sul, over here. Good boy, buddy. Kids these days, they think every dinghy's theirs.
It's time for us to move on again to celebrate the birth of America's independence and the birth of one of the most special members of the Freedom Crew. one of the most popular spots for the 4th of July here in the San Juan Islands. We came, and last year this whole bay was littered with boats. It's July 1st, so we're a little early. I think a lot of people are going to be coming up to the islands today. With Canada being open, I can't remember, I think last year Canada was closed, if I remember correctly. So it'll be interesting to see the crowd this year versus the last couple years. But it's our favorite spot. It's a fun time. It's kind of just a tradition. We've met so many people over the years who have been coming here and doing this for like 35 years or more. They did it with their kids and then their grandkids. So it's a fun time. And when the weather is this great, you really can't beat it. But we highly recommend being a somewhat skilled boater when it comes to anchoring because it is tricky. Whee! Seaplanes, we're gonna see those all weekend, which is fun. We're arriving a few days earlier than usual to avoid a stressful anchoring situation here on July 4th. If you're a new boater or just not very comfortable yet anchoring around other boats, here are a few tips to avoid a situation. First, always know the water depth at high tide so you know how much anchor rode, aka chain or nylon line, to let out. Also, add the distance from your anchor pulpit to the waterline to get a complete picture of the depth you need to account for. For example, we're going to anchor in about 40 feet of water and we have about 10 feet or so from the waterline to the anchor pulpit, so we're going to need to account for 50 feet. Second, know the wind forecast for the time you plan to be hunkered down. You'll not only want to point your boat into the wind before dropping your anchor, but the wind forecast will also help you calculate how much anchor rode to let out. The U.S. Coast Guard recommends letting out enough rode to support 3 to 10 times the depth, the lower end being appropriate if you're not planning to stay very long, and the higher end being if you plan to stay longer. The more rode you let out, the more strongly your anchor will dig in and hold you securely for extended lengths of time or in windier conditions. Over the years, we found that letting out 4 to 5 times the depth in anchor rode works quite well, so we usually target that. Lastly, and maybe most importantly, is to pay attention to where the heck other boats are in relation to where you want to anchor. Try to find a spot with more than enough distance between you and the closest boat to account for how your boat will swing around, given the amount of rode you need to put out. If you're looking around and feeling like things are too tight, they probably are, and it's best to move on and keep looking. So we're all anchored and good to go. Every time we anchor, we always back. We go in reverse to make sure the speed over ground is 0, and that just proves that we're held really strong. We see a lot of people just drop anchor and then just like leave their boat. We like to drop anchor, put her in reverse, really set it, make sure the speed over ground in reverse gets to 0 and stays at 0. And then we stick around for about a half hour at least just to make sure there's no issue. We're pretty paranoid about that. But I think that's a good rule of thumb for boaters at anchor is like chill, give it a minute, make sure you're holding and not drifting. It's not too windy, about 10 knots of wind, kind of chilly, but you know, like sun's out, can't complain. Sean, how's the leftover chicken sausage pasta?
It's amazing. I would share some with you, but this is portioned out as a single serving.
I know, no, that's okay. I made a cup of coffee.
And coffee wouldn't go with it either.
No. So I did you a favor. You don't have to decide if you're gonna eat it or give some to me. Some people stargaze, birdwatch, or stare at paintings in museums around the world. We like to look at boats. Our favorite part about coming to Roche Harbor on the 4th of July is getting to look at so many different boats all in one place. From yachts to sailboats to fancy boats to trawlers, there's endless eye candy, and the dogs enjoy it too.
think it's gonna be sunny tomorrow or like today, cloudy? What's your guess?
Based on the Weather Channel, I would say it's going to be rainy.
Rainy?
Cloudy,
Ah,
unfortunately.
with that sunset?
Wow, yeah.
Rain? So, how's the birthday boy doing, buddy? Are you hanging with your birthday boy brother, Martha? Oh, Saul. I'm so sorry it's a rainy day. We're gonna try to make it fun, buddy. I think the whole day is gonna be a washout, which is just so poopy. So poopy. I've had enough of this. It's a very special day here aboard Freedom. It is Sully's 9th birthday. We got him in 2017, so that's 5 years ago. I'm losing track of the years. 5 years ago, he was estimated to be 4. He seems so young though, so he's anywhere from 7 to 9. That's what we're guesstimating. But regardless, today is his birthday. It's July 3rd. And the reason it's his birthday is that was the date listed of when he was found as a stray in San Bernardino, California. And he is deathly afraid of fireworks. So our thought is that he ran away from home during fireworks on July 3rd. It's somewhere in California, in the San Bernardino area, I'm assuming. We're gonna try to keep him away from the fireworks tomorrow. We have been taking him to Colors here at Roche Harbor, which is like just this iconic, fun, nightly tradition. He doesn't like the big cannon, but it's a special day and it's so sad. It's been pouring all day. We just can't get a break. The forecast on July 5th looks perfect, and there's kind of a running joke here in the Pacific Northwest that summer starts on July 5th, and it's true. It really does. There have been a few summers that hasn't been the case, but for the most part, it is July 5th when the weather gets consistently nice. But we're gonna try to make the best of today for the little guy. I've got some party hats and some treats, and we'll do our best to make him feel extra special, even though I don't know if he's gonna go for a hike or a walk today. It's just so wet and gross. I don't know, we might just kind of hang on the boat and do some stuff, but. So last night was a little bit of a nail biter. The alarm went off twice, the AIS alarm. We woke up twice to him really close to our boat, which was really scary. He was a nice guy. We both woke up early and we're staring at each other thinking, okay, someone's got to move. So he moved further into the bay to a better spot. And it's also kind of a good thing that he moved because we've got a friend coming who's going to tie up to our boat today. Our friend Dennis is coming up from Seattle. So it'll be fun to see him. But with two boats, with him tied to us, it's going to be interesting to see how our boat swings with that extra weight. Not sure which side of our boat he'll be on. But it's also raining, so I think Sean might get lucky because our patriotic Dino might have to stay in his box. Ugh. What? Are you happy?
Oh yeah.
You're happy now? Yeah. It poured all day yesterday and I was like, man, this is poopy. And he's a giant 12-foot patriotic Dino, like patriotic Sean, come on. That's okay, whatever.
You don't want him to get wet and moldy.
No, he's gonna get wet and moldy.
Thanks to breakfast, 2 cups of coffee, and an improving forecast for the day, Sean got in a festive mood and decided it just wouldn't be right to leave this 12-foot monstrosity in his box. So let us welcome the newest seasonal crew member aboard Freedom, Patriotic Dino.
Sweetie, thank you. You're a real trooper.
You know what these are?
What?
You know what this is?
A stake
Right.
for your yard.
Right. That means this thing is meant for a yard.
We have a front yard.
A yard.
This is a boat's front yard. We're...
Steaks. He's not marinized. This motor is going to ingest saltwater air.
Patriotic Dino's looking good. And our friend Denny pulled up and is all situated. So we are set for the 4th of July. Don't blow away, Dino, you hear? Wow, Patriotic Dino is way cooler than Christmas Dino. Okay, we're gonna go into Roche Harbor and see what all the festivities are all about. I think first up is the donut eating contest, which we've never seen and we've always wanted to see. I've always wanted Sean to do it, right? And then dinghy races, log something. Should be a good time. It's feeling warmer by the second. I just know that the sun's about to bust out through those clouds. Any second now. Anytime, sun. We're ready for you.
Roche Harbor on the 4th of July is, simply put, a very special place. Patriotism is in the air, the people are happy, the dogs are festive, and of course, there is no shortage of donuts.
Start your donut eating contest.
digging this weather or wishing for something different?
You know, I'm not wishing for anything different. Just kidding. You know, 85 and sunny would be awesome. But I'm gonna try my best to enjoy what is happening right now.
Who wants warm and sunny?
It wouldn't be the 4th of July in the Pacific Northwest without, you guessed it, a little rain. After all, summer doesn't officially begin around here until July 5th.
You're gonna be a YouTube sensation.
Uh-oh. We got erratic driving. Sean, don't piss him off. Oh boy. Whoa. Oh boy. Another 4th of July color ceremony. A little wet, rainy, but that's okay. It's a fun time. That's Sully! Sully! Buddy!
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or just want to wish Mr. Sully a very happy birthday, give him a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll never miss a video. We'll see you next time.